All right, welcome back to episode 9 of JabNSlip. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe.
All that.
You know, I feel like I was saying the stuff you say at the end, but you know what I'm saying?
You gotta remind me at the beginning and the end.
You stole the words out of my mouth, bro. Beginning and end, bro. And in the middle, too. We'll throw that in there, too. How about that?
So let's start with this big announcement in the boxing world.
Yes.
Big news.
Garcia and Tank finally going down in 2023.
Ryan, no head movement Garcia. What's up?
Wow, you can't
Come on, man. You know how to say that.
He's a little straight up.
How tall is Garcia?
Garcia's
like 6.
Yeah, he's like 6. He's
5'11",
definitely taller than Tank.
Yeah, man.
But Tank's also very used to being in there with guys that are taller than him.
Exactly. Yeah, Ryan Garcia is definitely at the disadvantage, bro. Tank is used to fighting tall fighters, as CJ just said, man.
Is there an advantage to being shorter in a fight? I heard that a lot of people say that when you're shorter, it's harder to hit you. It's easier to hit the other person.
Well, obviously, if you're in the pocket and you're shorter, you have the advantage, right? You're closer to the ground, center of gravity. You're able to generate much more power. But if you're fighting at, a range, if fighting at your opponent's range, like they have longer arms than you, then you're at the disadvantage, right? Because you have to work your way in. All right, especially if your opponent has a solid jab. Just think about it. They're constantly popping that jab the way Ali used to pop that jab and work off his back foot. Then Tank Davis, a guy like Tank Davis, have a much more difficult time getting inside.
I also think it's also based on how you use your weapons and your skills, right? A lot of times shorter fighters feel like they have to work their way in and slip that jab and this, that, and the third. But when you kind of approach the game a little bit differently, you really know how to use the ring. You can bring that taller fighter to you, because a lot of taller fighters don't even know how to fight tall. Because taller fighters usually fight guys that are their height anyways.
It all depends on that jab.
So it all depends on who really understands their weapons and their movement. You get what I'm saying? Because I've been in there with guys who are taller than me, but they don't know how to use their height. I've been in there with guys shorter than me, but they don't know how to use their height against me. You know what I mean? So it really depends on how you utilize that. So it'll be interesting to see, because Garcia is very much a counter puncher. He likes to stand on that back leg and come with that counter hook, which he's amazing. I don't think anybody's got a faster hook than Garcia.
Yeah, he definitely he has a nice whip to it.
That hook is crazy.
What I don't like about Garcia is that I feel like he relies on it too much. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't. I don't feel like he focuses on setting up his shots.
Yeah, he waits.
He doesn't pop a lot. He doesn't utilize his jab effectively.
I can see it being a boring fight for the first 5 rounds. Honestly, I can see it being a very boring fight.
I don't know about that. I think it's gonna be fireworks in the first few rounds, man. Because they both, especially Ryan Garcia, he literally the first round he relies on his explosiveness. Tank is a smarter fighter, so I don't know how he's gonna adapt to that.
I want to touch on that. People don't give Tank enough credit for his IQ, his ring IQ. Bro, people are like, oh, he's slow. He starts off slow. That's cool, man. The man's going in there to assume that he's going to go 12 rounds. Yeah. He's not going in there to finish you off. He's a dog. He can. But he's also thinking like, I'll go 12 with this guy. No problem.
And he could adapt very well. Even in his last fight against Rolly, the way he was setting up shots, using his angles, bro. Like, he wasn't even trying to sit in there and trade. He was just trying to outsmart Rolly and counter him. You know what I mean?
And no one gave Rolly enough credit to. He was doing really good against Tank.
Yeah, he had a solid game plan.
He was touching him. He had a good game plan, but
you could tell that Tank was just waiting for that exact moment.
Overreaching.
He's waiting for leading into punches. Overreaching. Exactly what he said Tank would do is what he ended up doing. That's hilarious.
It's going to be interesting. But even more interesting is that Tank is fighting a fight prior to that. So he actually posted on his IG that the fight between him and Garcia got made. And then he's fighting somebody else now. He's fighting another dude. I can't remember his name, but he's, people call him a warm-up.
I misinterpreted what that was, to be honest. I thought it was just a joke at the beginning.
No, he's fighting someone else. I think it's January, something like that. Ending of January, I think he's fighting
January 7th
like that.
or something.
So it'll be interesting to see, so if they're talking 2023, I'm assuming, they usually have 3-4 months after their fight before they jump back in, right? So maybe summertime, mid 2023, I could see that happening, but it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be more beneficial for Tank to have this tune-up fight prior to the Garcia fight. Hopefully Garcia has a fight before it. So
the real question is, do you think Garcia has a solid chance of winning?
No.
Not at all. Not even a puncher's chance.
Tank is going undefeated. Remember I say that.
Jeez.
Tank is going undefeated.
I don't know about undefeated. He's definitely winning that. He's winning that match against Ryan Garcia. But
unless he fights
just know if Ryan Garcia lands that left hook on Tank, I don't know how he's taking that. I never really seen Tank receive one of the power.
We haven't seen him get rocked.
I haven't seen him get rocked. I haven't seen him get a solid power shot. So if Ryan Garcia lands one of those power hooks, I wonder how he's going to adapt to that.
I think he'll do fine.
I think he'll do fine. Tank's chin hasn't really been tested. It hasn't been tested yet.
Like I say,
anybody
landed
a solid shot on him.
The only two guys I could see giving Tank some real problems is Devin or Shakur. And I don't know if they're fighting anytime soon. Those guys are.
I have mixed feelings about that. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go, man. It's only due to the fact that Devin and Shakira are so safe, man.
They're very safe fighters.
They don't make a lot of mistakes. Tank, like he loses rounds at the beginning sometimes.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like that's what I don't like about him. He gives away rounds. I don't like that about him. But yeah, I'm going with you as well. I'm going with Tank Davis is gonna knock out Ryan Garcia in round 6. Round 5, round 6.
He'll knock him out. I'll give him.
That guy doesn't move his head, bro. He has no defense.
I'll give him 8 rounds. I'll give Ryan 8 rounds, solid rounds. It'll look nice. And when Tank knocks him out, Ryan will be up on the scorecards. Ryan will be up on the scorecards just based on his output.
I disagree.
But Tank will finish him.
I disagree. I don't look at Ryan Garcia as a pure boxer.
Well, we gonna see.
He relies too much on his athleticism. You know,
we gonna find out.
Doesn't move his head. All that on the stink. All those moves on the reflex bag is nice. But when it comes
that's nice for IG.
When it comes to implementing it in the actual, in the ring, I don't see it at all, man.
What makes someone like a pure boxer to you versus just like an athlete with a good punch?
So I would say the way
that's a good question.
Their IQ, you know what I mean? Like setting up shots, the way they set up shots, the way they move around the ring, you know what I mean? They're more technical and fundamentally sound. You know what I mean? So you think of guys like Floyd Mayweather. I love that example. He's not the fastest. He doesn't hit the hardest. He's just trying to outsmart you. You know, he's setting up shots. He's thinking like chess. He's always 1-2 steps ahead. Or he's throwing feints. He's seeing how you're going to react to it. Exactly.
Floyd's like 4 rounds ahead.
So that's what I call a pure boxer. Lomachenko, pure boxer. They don't rely on their athleticism. They outsmart you. Lomachenko using his angles, his feints.
I would say a guy like Deontay Wilder, perfect example of athletic.
He relies on the power.
He relies on his power. He's got that punch. Boxing skill wise, you go with a guy like Gypsy King, or you go with a guy like Usyk. Guys that really have, that boxing pedigree. They're well rounded. They got the defense. They got the offense. They don't just rely on that one punch. You know what I mean? Wilder, he said it himself. He's like, you guys got to be perfect the entire fight. I only got to be perfect for 1 second.
Exactly. Who do you feel like is a perfect combination of being like a great athlete and a pure boxer?
Great athlete and a pure boxer.
Like who has it all?
Oh man, so many.
Usually, like fighters are more on one side.
Yeah. I would say Devin is probably one of the most well-rounded fighters, and that's athletic wise too. I've seen a lot of his training camps. Yeah, I've seen a lot of training camps.
I'd say Tank is a perfect example.
Tank is another one. Tank is another one as well too. He's got the IQ. I don't think anybody has the IQ like Tank aside from Shakur. Shakur and Tank got the IQ.
Yeah, definitely.
Devin has the experience now. Devin has been tested.
Yeah, 100%.
Devin's been tested. So. That's a dope question.
Can't wait to see it though, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be big. 2023 is looking like a good year for boxing, man.
Geez, speaking of 2023, I think it's a good time to announce our little Christmas giveaway, a little holidays giveaway.
Let's go.
The very first giveaway on the JabNSlip channel, man. We'll be giving away a pair of boxing gloves and a gift card as well, too.
They look dope, too. Those gloves. Woo.
An Amazon gift card.
You're going to want to get your hands on that.
Amazon gift card, Christmas.
You'll be hitting like Mike Tyson when you put those on.
You can't go wrong with a gift card from Amazon.
Nah, 100%.
They got everything, bro.
How do they qualify for it, though, bro?
Okay, so
go ahead, you can explain. You can
tell the people. But I know. Okay, first of all, you got to subscribe to the channel.
Number one, you got to subscribe. Number one, you got to subscribe. Number 2, you got to follow us on IG. Number 3, you got to follow. You got to
all of that.
You got to share the actual post on your IG story itself and tag 2 friends as well too.
Okay, so share the post, tag 2 friends, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube, and you'll be entered to win a pair of boxing gloves
and an Amazon gift card.
$100 Amazon gift card.
You guys hear that? 100.
And I know everyone's Christmas. Everyone's Christmas budget is real tight, so we got to give you an extra $100.
We're gonna post the details on Instagram, so stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. Another thing we gotta stay tuned to is the World Cup. I know even people who I'm not a crazy soccer fan. Yo, Canada's actually in it.
Is Canada in it? I was gonna ask you. I didn't even know.
That's huge, Canada. Yeah, I know a few guys on there, so shout out to them, man. I hope we do some damage. We're going against Belgium first. I think it's Wednesday.
Jeez,
Belgium, that's a big
one thing. Listen. Soccer is not my forte.
Try your best. You never know.
Soccer is not my forte, but the one thing I know about it is when the World Cup comes around, everyone comes together. Like people
everybody fends for their country.
Everyone will just take a day off and they'll fend for their country and they'll watch the World Cup.
It's the biggest sport in the world, right? It's my first sport as well. So
it's so crazy.
I'll definitely be tuning into that.
Even with boxing, you notice like boxing, the World Cup, like we get so attached to like the nationalities of the fighters. Like it almost becomes like not like a war, but like you rooting for your countrymen. Right. You're rooting for
what they represent.
You're like, you see people go, I see people putting flags on their cars.
That's common.
Like, put it all up on their hoods and everything like that. Of course, man. Of course,
patriotic, man.
It makes it more personal, right? It's like, yo, Canada's playing. Look, the first thing you say, you're like, yo, Canada's playing. Like nobody forgets that feeling. You know what I mean? It's like when Raptors were in the playoffs. I don't care if you were.
It's really nice to see the whole country unite.
If you weren't an NBA player or NBA fan. When the Raptors were in the finals, when we won that championship, you felt it. You felt it.
100%.
You know what I mean? So it goes, soccer is, 10 times that.
100%, man. 100%. So that's gonna be big, man. Like hopefully we do well, man. Like I think we have a solid chance to at least qualify to the next stage, but we'll see.
I have a quick question. So, because this is how I feel like. I feel like if Turkey was in it, I'd be super like, let's go Turkey. With Canada, I'm like, let's go Canada, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Would you feel the same way about Trinidad?
100%. 100%. I'm repping for my Trinis, man.
Shout out to my mom and my little. Shout out to my mom and my little brother. They're in Trinidad right now.
Canada's my second home, but you're all immigrants here. So. You know what I mean?
Word.
But
you feel that connection more with, I guess, your motherland more than like, because Canada's like a lot. It's like a second home for a lot.
It's a melting.
Everybody
it's a melting pot.
Unless you're native.
That's
your home. You know what I mean? But
it's very much a melting pot. It's very much a melting pot, man. So.
Yo, we're probably gonna cut this episode a little short today. We're like 12 minutes in.
All right.
Is there anything y'all want to talk about? I see this guy just start hugging his Sting bar.
Shout out Sting, man.
Shout out to Sting.
Shout out Sting.
For all their quality stuff.
For the giveaway, man.
I do want to
actually nice.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
I do want to touch
in terms of boxing.
Yeah, I like the best out there, man.
They got everything. I like Sting and Rival, but
they got everything.
Sting a little bit more.
I do want to touch on I'm hosting a big sparring event this weekend on the 26th at AJAX Boxing Club. So I'll have fighters from all over Toronto coming in. The last time I hosted this, I probably had almost 40 fighters fit into our gym, and it was a doghouse, man. But it was. I was overwhelmed. Like I knew a lot of people were to show up, but there was fighters like from Golden Gloves there. There was fighters that used to fight other fighters there. There was other gyms that pulled up, other coaches pulled up, and everybody just came to make each other better.
It's gonna be fireworks. Yeah, iron sharpens iron, man. I can't wait to bring my guys out there for the first time, bro.
That's one thing. It was very competitive. And the funny thing is, outside the ring, everyone had so much respect for each other. But as soon as you got in that ring, and I told everybody from the jump, I said, listen, come in here and make each other better. I'm not saying take your man.
See some blood.
I'm not blood in that ring, man. You got to prove themselves. You came all the way. Big audience like that.
You came all the way down here. Make each other better. You know what I mean? Iron sharpens iron. You're not doing anybody a service or a favor by kind of just like tapping them. No, you gotta give them a little something so they know what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is, you're in an environment where number one, it's safe, but number two, you can let your hands go. You know what I mean? You only got 2-minute rounds. There's enough guys in there. There were so many guys that all of our glass started to heat up. Like you couldn't even see yourself in the reflection. I need you guys to understand. Like, body heat, man. AJAX Club is a big club, bro. But when there was that many people, bro, you're shadow boxing like this. Someone's right next to you. Yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait to come Saturday.
It's gonna be good, and we'll have our guy down there.
I'm gonna be there, bro. Ringside.
We'll be doing some interviews.
I'll
be controlling the environment, making sure everyone's good, make sure everyone's blessed. So make sure you guys come on time. When I say on time, it starts at 11:30. So don't come at 11:30.
Be there at 11:20.
11:20, 11:15. Right? Get your spot, because once you get your spot, you got to keep it. You got to keep it.
How long do you think the event's going to be?
Last time it was like 3 hours. There were so many guys, right? 2-minute rounds each. And I'm just going to what I want everyone to do is basically come in. You're going to write your name on the board and your weight class. That way I don't have to look for you. I can just say your name and just match up weight classes. You get what I'm saying? Because last time I was like running all the way over here, over there. I want to make it a little more fluent this time. That way it runs like a well-oiled machine,
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm saying thank you for tuning into this quick episode. Next week we might have a new little setup. You know what I'm saying?
New environment.
We're gonna start interviewing some other people, fighters, trainers.
100%.
We got a lot on the way, man.
It's only gonna get bigger from here, man.
Shout out to you guys for supporting us, man. Week after week, we're gonna keep bringing the content. We're gonna bring that fire for you guys. So.
Consistency is key.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly. All right, yo.
See ya. Until next time.
Peace out.